Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? I'm getting this thing ready to go, so give me just a second. I am running a little bit behind today, so I apologize for that. But we are just about ready to rock and roll, so everybody get ready for some CSR2 racing live streaming. Or something similar. Something very similar. Alright, here we go. Let me get that, I almost said microphone. Let me get that camera situated. That looks pretty good. Oh no. I gotta situate the microphone and the camera here. Alrighty. Cool. Now let me find your comments and get those up on the screen so I can read what you guys are saying. I want to say thank you all for coming out. I definitely appreciate it. I see William D is in the house. Let me put that on live chat. Let me put that down there. That's where we need it to be. And ba-bam. I think we are now 100% set up and ready to go. Alright, I think I need to start the wild card for my crew really quick. So let me do that really fast. I don't know if anybody's got it, but I'm late. I'm always late, man. I'm always late on everything. I'm so late. Alright, somebody started it. So, okay, cool, cool. Alright, here we go. What's up, Goku? How you doing today? Ronnie, what's up? Nice to see ya. Melon in the house. We got, who else is here today? Miguel. What's up, Shaga? How are you, Mark? What's up, Johnny Rotten? We got George. We got Lawrence. What car will you use to complete the Tempest? Well, I think you need about 15 different cars in total to beat all of the Tempest races. I don't have enough information there to answer your question, but you'll need about 15 different cars. You got 5 Tempest 1 bosses, 5 Tempest 2 bosses, 5 Tempest 3 bosses. Then you got, I think it's about 15 cars for the Elite license, then 5 cars to beat the bosses. So it's a big old pain in the butt. Bad Daddy-O, good to see you, buddy. How are you doing? All right, we're in the 11.4 lobby. 11.425. Can I? 24. 22. 23. 22. Well, let's see if I can get it to 25, 23, 26, and it's probably good where it is. 422. All right, close enough. Close enough. All right. Let's go in there. Max, what's up, buddy? We got MaxTheGamer in the house, another CSR2 YouTuber. If you're not familiar with Max's channel, you probably should be. Max makes some good stuff. Good stuff. Very good stuff. The Nightbot says, you got 1 super like for having 1 awesome car. Ooh, I gotta do that supply cup today. I meant to do that last night, but I didn't because I suck. Alright, here we go. 11.4 lobby, guys and gals. We'll try and race this guy. Alright, he wants to bet me 7,000, which I'm not sure if that's a good good thing for him to do, honestly. That might not be the best bet for this car, but we'll find out. Let's see, can he do it? Can he beat me? My theory is no. All right. He ran a 12.0. All right, so we got our first win. There's our first win, guys and gals. What's up, Stacks? What's up, Zork? Good to see you guys. Warren wants to know, why is my map and graphics bad? All right, so depending on what kind of phone you have, the game is supposed to look at your phone. It kind of checks out what kind of processor and graphics driver and stuff your phone has. And then it adjusts the graphics and everything to make your phone run as good as possible. So if it thinks, hey, we need to lower the graphics to make this device run better, it'll do that. So basically, it'll just adjust the graphics according to what it thinks is going to make your device run the game the best. But yeah, each phone will have something different. Like if it's a really high-end device, it'll adjust it to like the full graphics. If it's a lower-end device, it will often adjust it to low graphics. For example, I just got a OnePlus Nord. It's got a 600 series Snapdragon processor. And the graphics look really good. It runs the game really well. It was like a $200 phone or something. $250. Runs the game great. Everything looks really nice. But my old budget phone was by a company called Huawei. And I used to have an old Motorola budget phone, and I'm going to tell you what, the graphics were terrible on both. I think the one Motorola, the racetrack, you were just racing on a black racetrack. It completely removed like everything but the car. Like it couldn't, the phone couldn't handle it at all. So all I had was like a black racetrack, right? It looked like I was racing in the Twilight Zone or something there. KB, what's up, buddy? How's your day going? 3 RDY 30. I use LD Player. It runs the game quite well. What's up, Miko? All right, so if you wanna find out how to set up your McLaren F1, I do have a video that goes over that. Personally, I have no idea how mine's set up. I would have to reset the whole thing up, but if you watch the video I put out on that, though, I think mine's currently maxed out running full speed, so I would have to go in there and just reset it to a live racing setup. But I did make a video about that car that shows a live racing setup for it to where it should run really well. I slowed down too much. Wait, I won? Oh, nice. I thought I lost. Good race, Melon. Good race. If I miss anybody's comments, I'm sorry. The comments are going by. And sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't. Easy wants to see pink slips in the game. You would lose all your cars to down tuners. If the game had proper fair matchmaking, pink slips would be nice, but yeah, it would be a very bad idea to add pink slips in this game. All the down tuners would steal all the noobs' cars, and yeah, it wouldn't. There would be a lot of angry people. You know, he would go in there with their car, and some guy would beat them by like 6 seconds or 12 seconds, and just blow them away and take their car. So people would be mad. Everybody'd be really mad. Warren says, "Can I race you?" Oh no. We lost connection to the server. So Warren, if you can find my lobby, yes, you can race me, but you have to try to find me in the live racing lobby. I think I'm in the 11.4 lobby, right? I don't know, the game's not running very good today, is it? Good races, Melon. Yeah, we're in the 11.4 lobby today. Let me pin a comment up there. So if you can tune a car to run at 11.4 and get the dyno around 11.4, you might be able to find my lobby. William D says lots of connection errors the last couple of days. Yeah, hopefully when there's the next big update, hopefully that will bring some better fixes, some better gameplay fixes. Hopefully it'll fix things. Probably won't, but you know. Do I think the boss cars are going to get a buff? Probably not. It would be amazing if they would buff the boss cars, but I'm not going to count on it, right? I'm not going to keep my fingers crossed, but I mean, the thing is, some of these boss cars have been out since the day of the game started, and they haven't changed them since, as far as I know, so I don't think the boss cars are going to get buffs, honestly. But if you think about it, I mean, boss cars should be really good. Ooh, that car got me. Boss cars should be really good, but unfortunately, I must have done something wrong because I ran a crappy time. But, oh no. Which of these hair care products have you heard of? Redken? No. No. Living Proof? None of the above. Alright. I got free gas for not knowing what those things were. What car for Donna's challenge? Alright, so Lauren's Tempest 3 Tier 4 and Tempest 2 Tier 4 are a little bit rough because mainly Tempest 3 Tier 4 is rough. The thing is, you need a car with really good acceleration, right? You got to get a Tier 4 car with good acceleration and one with top speed. So to beat Tempest 3 Tier 4, you need to do over 260 miles per hour. And you also need to be able to do 0 to 60 in like 1.37-ish. Not all cars can do both of those things well, so there's a handful of Tier 4 cars that can do it, and there's a lot that can't. Now, if you watch any of my videos on how to drive cars, if you go to my How to Drive playlist, or just if you have a Tier 4 car and you want to know if it can do it, every time I make a review video and how to drive video for a car, during the review part, I always test the Tier 4 cars to see if they can do both of those things and let you know. I mean, most of the Tier 4 cars are going to be able to run faster than the boss, but not necessarily run faster than the boss, plus hit the 0 to 60 and the top speed needed, so. But if you happen to have the Subaru WRX from Elite Tuners or the Lancer, both of those can do it. The WRX does need to be 100% maxed out, unfortunately. The Lancer is a little bit easier to hit that 0 to 60 time with, but it's not as good of a car in my opinion. If you happen to have the GTR and Attack package, that is a great car. That car is very, very good. Yeah, the Jack Roush Mustang from Collections, that's a good one. Thank you, Max. But, you know, there's a lot that can do it, and there's a lot that can't, but... Now, one thing, you can spend some gold to change cars. Let's just say you got one car with good acceleration and another one with good top speed. Once you get stuck on one of those races, you just you spend like 300 gold to swap cars out. And then if you get stuck on the other one again, then you just spend the gold to swap the cars out type of deal. That's what most people end up doing. They get one with the acceleration, one with the top speed, and then they swap back and forth a couple of times. So it will cost you a few hundred, maybe 1,000 gold or something like that. But that makes life easier having two decent tier 4 cars. Ah, man, best car in tier 3 using game cash, I would say buy the Mustang GT Premium, right? Currently, the Mustang GT Premium is a Elite Customs car, so if you put some tokens into it, that car is going to beat all of the bosses in the game, no problem, if you get enough parts on it. I mean, it's one of those cars where you're going to outgrow it eventually, but it's really easy to get parts for. It's easy to upgrade. It's just a good starter car. Now, generally, tier 3 cars are... Nobody likes tier 3 in this game. Tier 3 is like the crap tier, right? Once you move up to tier 4 and tier 5, eventually you're just going to be only driving tier 4 and tier 5 cars. Some people will only drive tier 5 cars for the most part, but you'll probably outgrow tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. But tier 3 is the worst tier for some reason. They just made most of the tier 3 cars lousy. All right. Ooh, we got somebody in the thingy dingy right there. That's probably going to beat me up. The RS6s are pretty crazy cars. I really hope the new RS6 is good. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm assuming the new RS6 will probably be amazing, but I don't know for sure. Most of them are. Alright, he got me. I'm going to slow down. Melon says it is. Nice. Melon, is it just a reskin or is it different? I guess that's the new question. X-Wing, I'm pretty sure I have a video on the Terminero or whatever that car is. I remember making a video for that car. Just go to YouTube, type in the name of the car and Danny Lightning, and that video should pop up. But when that car came out, I'm about 98% sure I made a video for it back then. So that video should exist. Now, I can't remember how long ago that was. Okay, that's not one of you guys, is it? Maybe it is. Quan says, thanks for the races. Yeah, no problem. No problem. I must need to drive this car differently because it's running slow. Ah, Quan saw me in the lobby. Gotcha. Alright, I gotta remember how to drive this car. I think it's my turn to lose, though, so. Winpoo says the Terminero is not good. Yeah, I don't really remember liking it that much. I mean, there's probably a lot of cars in the game way better. Warren, you out of here? If so, have a great day. Thank you for stopping by, and we will catch you later. Alright, so Alexander, I'm going to be recording a video for the Tourbillon later today or tomorrow. I haven't really got time to play with it yet, so. I run 5 YouTube channels, and it's like well over 100 hours a week of work, so. Sometimes it's hard to find time for stuff, but. Like today and tomorrow, those are my like slow days, so I'm going to be working on a couple of shift pattern videos over the next couple of days, so I should have a video coming out for that maybe tomorrow. My goal is to get that video out tomorrow if possible, but I haven't got to play with it. Now, most Bugattis in this game really aren't that great, unfortunately. So I'm hoping it's good, but I'm not really expecting it. Now, the W16 you can get right now, the Bugatti W16, you can actually buy that for 20 bucks right now, and I would highly suggest buying that if you're looking for a good Bugatti that can live race. That's a good car. I'm not even sure if I have this truck set up correctly, but. Oh, that was a close race. Alright, there was 11.491. So this car is running a lot. This truck's running much slower than it should be, so. I think I need to rework my tune and setup on this thing because it's not running right. I must have been playing around with it. I probably changed something around because it should run differently than this. Alright, so the Mach 1 Patriarch will be available with gold keys. Is it worth getting? Well, I mean, it's kind of a cool car. I would say it's kind of worth getting. I think I like that car. I'm pretty sure I put out a video for that one already. But are you sure it's going to be available for gold keys? I mean, I think that's going to be for sale for real money. I don't think it's going to be gold keys. It's not bad. It's a nice little car, but I don't think it's going to be in the gold keys. I mean, it's probably worth buying if you like the car. It's probably worth it, but Rocco says, what's the best free car for this season? Alright, so I'm not really sure what you mean. Are you talking about the race pass? I actually made a video about the race pass. I mean, there's nothing too crazy in the race pass right now. I mean, it's probably worth spending the 10 bucks on, but you know, none of the cars are excellent from what I remember. But I did make a video that goes over whether or not the cars have live racing setups, all the stats, top speed. You know, if you go watch that video, it should really help you decide which one you think will be the best bet for you. I mean, there's a lot of variables in choosing a car. I mean, I don't know what you're currently trying to do with it or what you need it for, but that video pretty much goes over everything to help you learn what you want to do. But there's a couple of pretty cool cars in there. There's some that are just kind of but I don't know. I mean, like Max said, the Porsche is probably the best. The Porsche is definitely a nice car. I do like that Porsche that's in there. It's a cool car. I mean, it's not one of the best cars in the game or anything, but one of the things I really like about the race pass though is you can get a bunch of those universal parts for your cars. Those come in really handy, especially when you can get a couple of stage 6 parts. Alexander says 10 p.m. bro, I'm so sleepy. Alexander, go to bed, man. Go to bed. I hear you. I'm usually in bed. I usually lay down about 9 o'clock, and I'm usually asleep by like 9:30 or 10. Oh. Alright, we're going to race. He disconnected. We're going to race Melon in the little BMW. That little BMW right there is an excellent little car. Max says they all suck, to be honest. Yeah, the race pass cars aren't wonderful this time. Hey, Monziger, how's your day going today? Awesome to see ya. Thank you for coming by. Winpoo said it's in the gold crate during the next Trinity Cup. Isn't that a purple star car, Winpoo? Like, if it's a purple star car, you're not going to find it in the crate, I don't think. I don't remember that having a gold star version, does it? If I remember correctly, that's a purple star only car. Max says the Velar Gold and Purple are great for live racing. Yeah, the Velar we just got is a very nice live racing car. The new Countach. I'm trying to remember. I know I put out a video on that. I think it had a live racing setup if I remember correctly, but I don't remember how good it was. I'll tell you what, I'm very disappointed in the colors on that car. Like, it doesn't look good in anything other than white and black, in my opinion. JP says, Danny, they have done a thing in the code for the Patriarch to be pullable through gold pools as a purple star. Where did you guys hear this? I haven't heard anything about that yet. I mean, I would be really surprised, but you never know. Wenpoo? That's a really interesting question. If you install a Universal Stage 6 infusions, can you still remove them? I mean, you can remove any Stage 6 or fusions, but I don't know if it would be... I don't know if it would go back into your inventory as a universal part, or if it would just go back into your inventory as a Stage 6 part for that particular car, so... I don't know. I would imagine you can uninstall it, but I'm not really sure how that would work. I don't have an answer on that one. I could only guess and speculate, to tell you the truth. But I bet you don't get it back as a universal. You probably get it back as a part for that car. That would be my guess. I can only guess on this one. Oh no. We disconnected. Alright, Stacks Max the Gold Star Velar. Not a bad idea, really. I mean, it's the fastest Golden Star car in the game. So that's actually a really cool deal. If I had more parts for it, I would think about maxing mine out. I gotta look. I don't know. I haven't looked to see if it shared parts with the other Velar. If it does, maybe I got a bunch of parts for it. I'm not really sure, but It may or may not share stage 6 parts with the other Velar. But the Bugatti Maestro, that's a nice car. The W16 is a good live racing car. Like, if I got the W16, I would just upgrade it for the live racing setup. I probably wouldn't bother maxing it out or anything like that, but I would probably upgrade it for the live setup and just live race it on low upgrades. But it's a pretty nice car overall. It's a great live racer. I mean, that to me, that's the main attraction of that car, is it can do really good for live racing if you set it up on low upgrades. George says universal parts don't come back as universal parts. So I take it some of you guys have actually tried to remove them. Darker Night. How do you guys know this? Did you guys actually remove universal parts before? I'm interested to know if you guys actually tried it. Yeah, the Velar is around a 6.7 car, which is quite nice. For a Gold Star car, that's amazing. I mean, that's excellent for a Gold Star car. Now, whether or not you can get it to run 6.7s, you know, that's a different story, because hitting the fastest time possible is not easy on a car. I think a lot of the guys that run the world record times and the top speeds use a program to shift the car for them. That way they get everything just right. Which, I mean, some people might have a problem with that, but it's actually a really good thing, because that allows us to find out what a car is actually capable of. So it's good that they do that. That allows us to know what the car is capable of if you get everything just perfect. What's the fastest dyno car in the game? Now that I don't know. But dyno doesn't necessarily matter, because sometimes cars run faster or slower than the dyno. So dyno is not really what you want to go by. You want to go by what the car actually does than the dyno time. I mean, the dyno is really just an estimate of what the car is going to do. And a lot of cars will go faster than the dyno. And then there's a few that won't, but most cars go at least a little bit, sometimes a lot faster than the dyno time. So really, it's not something you should judge cars by, in my opinion. Max says, to me, B-tier cars are a 60% winner. I think, did I say beer tier? I don't think that exists, does it? All right, we got Stacks. Ooh, he's got the Pepto-Bismol Porsche. That car looks awesome. I really like the way this car looks. It's a good car. Looks amazing. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Unfortunately, I need to reset up my car because it's running like crapoly, but I'm not going to beat anybody today with this setup. But yeah, I mean, the Honda Indy truck is the fastest car in the game. It will run faster than any car if you max it out. Not going to be easy to max out a purple star car if you're not buying the paid crates, but so what I'm going to be doing is using the race pass, because if you buy the race pass and you get the universal stage 6 parts, now I do have the Indy truck. So my goal is to take the Universal Stage 6 parts from the race pass and put those on the Indy truck until I get the Indy truck maxed out. That's kind of how I'm trying to do it. How many keys do you need to max out a car? All right, so it's a little bit complicated because there's so many variables, but this is what I found. Normally for about 20,000 bronze keys, I can get all of the stage 6 parts and most of the fusion parts. Not always. I mean, sometimes it's been 12,000, sometimes it's been 15, sometimes it's been 20. But usually 20,000 or less will get me at least all of the stage 6 parts and most of the fusions, but I'll still be missing some pink fusions. Now I've spent 50 or 60,000 keys trying to just get those last couple of pink fusions, and sometimes that's enough, sometimes it's not, but I would say in general 20,000 will get you really close to maxed out, but maybe not 100% maxed out. But the thing is, I mean, you're not guaranteed to get a stage 6 part until you hit loyalty, but sometimes you might get 2 or 3 stage 6 parts before you hit loyalty. Sometimes you won't get them until you hit loyalty, so you never know how many keys it's actually going to take until you start pulling. So there's no way to know for sure. You can only kind of take a guesstimate at that. But I would expect to spend between 10, 15 to 20,000 to almost max a car. And then if you want to fully max it out, maybe a little or a lot more, depending on how lucky you are at getting those last couple of pink parts that you're probably going to be missing. Because it's really not easy to get those last couple of parts, unfortunately. Now, if you got some universal parts, then bam, you can throw those on there. Yeah, I need to go... Oh. I need to go over a couple of my live racing cars again. There's the Pepto-Bismol Porsche. I really do like that. I mean, that's a cool car. I don't think I would like it if it was all pink, but that's cool. That's a really cool color scheme there, in my opinion. Looks good to me, at least. Yeah, I mean, if you want your Maestro or your W16 to do the absolute fastest times, you have to max it out completely. If not, unfortunately, people will stomp you on the showdown, so. The only thing Showdown cares about is how fast your car is. If you don't have that car maxed, it's not going to climb up to the top. Showdown, I kind of do wish they would change the matchmaking on Showdown a little bit. Oh, Yeah, the BMW M4 Competition from Elite Tuners is a very nice car. I really like it. I mean, it's got a good live racing setup. It's decently fast. I mean, it's got some pretty good stats and specs overall. It's not a bad car at all. It's quite nice. There's probably a couple of Elite Tuners cars I like a little bit better than the BMW, but it's definitely one of the better ones. I mean, some of the Elite Tuners cars suck. Some of them are decent. Some of them are really good. I would say that's up there on the list of good ones. I'm reading through the chat here. All right, so 3RDY says the GR Supra is still the best car for him. I mean, that's such a nice car. It really is. I mean, honestly, you cannot go wrong with the GR Supra. That's such a nice car. I mean, it's decently fast. It beats the dyno time. It's got great top speed. It's got a good live racing setup. It's got nice acceleration. It's not one of the best cars in the game or anything, but that car has a lot going for it. Like, the car has a lot going for it. Now, the M4 might be slightly better at live racing than the Supra, but they're both really good in their own way, depending on what it is you're trying to do with it. Max says the GR Supra set up right is still an A-tier car. I would agree. I can probably win. If I take my Supra into live racing, I can probably win between, depending on the day. I mean, there's always a lot of variables, but I can probably win between 6 and 8 out of every 10 races. Depending on if I'm lucky or unlucky. I mean, if you're going up against a bunch of down tuners or people who are really good at tuning or something, you know, it's a little bit different, but all right, Alexander, there's really nothing you can do to increase a gold key drop rate. So if there is a featured car, in a gold crate, there's no guarantee you're going to get that car until you do all 7 tries, right? There's no guarantee whatsoever. I mean, you could get it on the first time. You could get it on the second time, but more than likely it's going to take all 7. So you need to make sure you have all 70 keys saved up if you want to guarantee that you're going to get it, because there's nothing you can do to improve your chances to get a gold featured car out of a gold crate or any crate. Yeah, I mean, if you get the car before the loyalty, you're lucky. That's how I see it. Alright, do we know of any car that can constantly beat dyno and never get bumped? I think there's actually a couple of cars out there that can do that, but I think that's very rare. And you might have to have a very specific setup of parts on that car to make that happen as well, but now I have ran into a person or two that says, hey, I got these parts installed on this car, it's beating the dyno and it's never getting bumped. Now, I don't know if they're just making that up or if it was true. So there's a very small chance that there might be something out there, but I can't confirm it. More than likely, I think people are just making that up, but I could be wrong. But every once in a while, I do hear somebody in the comments saying, hey, man, I got this car. I've been running it full bore. I've got this on it. It's beating the dyno time, and it hasn't been bumped for years. So at that point, the truth is, if that's happening, do not even add one more fusion part to that car. Or, you know, if you find a sweet spot that's good, that's that good, don't change the car one bit. All right, Max, have a great day, buddy. Thanks for coming by. Stacks, yeah, man. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I wouldn't really expect too many cars out there to beat the dyno and not get bumped. I mean, that's the thing about this game, is the game is there to try and detect anybody who's running faster than they should be, and then move them into the appropriate lobby, so... I wouldn't expect to find cars that can actually do that. What's up, MM? How you doing today? All right, so right now you can get the Regera, the Ghost one, right? I'm not really sure how you're going to get it, but it looks like that car is being used for an event right now, so there's probably some way to get it at this current time. If you go into the dealership and click on the Aguras, I would not be surprised if they're selling that with gold right now, but I'm pretty sure that car is currently in one of the showdowns, so there may be a way to currently get it. I'd have to go look, but... What's up, Black Phantom? How you doing today? Awesome to see ya. But I think there's currently 2 different Aguras in the showdown right now. I know for sure that people were telling me you can buy the CSR edition. Now, I think the other way to get the Ghost edition is out of the collections. If you got collections tokens, I'm pretty sure you can get the Ghost package out of collections. So if you can't get it with gold, you can always buy it out of the collections. I mean, you can actually get a Regera out of collections. You can get the CC850, and you can get one of the CSR edition Regeras, and all 3 of those are really awesome cars. All right, so Kyle, you run a lot of showdown races, right? If you're stuck on the Elite Tuners events and you can't do any more Elite Tuners events, running showdowns is going to give you a lot of green and blue tokens. Now, the pink ones and the gold ones take forever, but it's not a very fast process to get tokens for the Elite Tuners cars. I mean, it took me 2.5 years to finish the main Elite Tuners event and unlock the Mark IV Supra, mainly because it just took so long. It just took so long to get all the tokens. It's a very slow, very monotonous process, but lots of showdown races and Elite Tuners events. Freeway says, Danny, do you want to seup my challenge? What challenge? Can I try resetting my tune? I mean, that doesn't guarantee you're going to find me, right? Other people are finding me, so resetting my tune just means I might go into a different lobby, but that still doesn't mean you will or won't find me. That's the thing. Resetting the tune's not really going to change anything. I mean, that's the thing. There might be 5 different 11.4 lobbies, and the game just may not be putting you in the one that I'm currently in, so. Tune reset doesn't guarantee it's going to be easier to find me. Oh, Freeway says 10.6 lobby, 20 races. I will beat Dino in all the races and not get bumped. I would be surprised, honestly. I don't even know if I have anything that can currently get into the 10.6 lobby, but... Lauren, shout out here. If so, have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. All right. Three, 2, 1, go. It would probably take me 20 minutes just to look through all my cars to see if I had one that can actually get into the 10.6 lobby. And then it would have to not already be bumped or something, so. I'm not going to sit there and mess with that on a live stream. People will get bored and leave. People are like, oh man, he's just sitting there tuning his cars. I'm bored. Alexander says 200 more to get the B95. Nice, man. Nice, nice. Hope you get it. I mean, 200's not that bad, so maybe you'll get it. Oh, I got messaging turned off on Discord and everything else because a lot of people act like animals, and a lot of people will send me 50, 60, 70 messages per day. And when you have 10 or 15 or 20 people doing that, and there's like 900 messages coming in, a lot of people will send me one message, and 5 minutes later, they're cussing me out because I haven't replied within like 3 to 5 minutes. I mean, a lot of people are horrible, so I've turned messaging off on everything. The kind of horribleness people do, man, people like that ruin it for everybody else. They ruin everything. People can't just be cool, right? You can't just have something nice because somebody's going to come along and mess it up and ruin it. That's the thing. People suck. I don't know why people just can't be like cool and chill and relaxed and, you know, not act like a bunch of animals, but there's a lot of people out there that act like crazed maniacs. And those people ruin it for everybody. Freeways, you don't need to be rude, dude. He says, whatever, Danny's all mouth and no balls. You know what, dude? Screw off, man. Screw off. We don't... You're one of those people, obviously. You know, I'm blocking this guy from the channel because we don't need rude... We don't need rude people in this world, right? We don't need people that act like this in the world. So, goodbye. I'm not going to put up with somebody's crap. I'm here to help people out. You know, I'm here to show people how to, you know, whatever. And then somebody's going to come and be like that. I mean, some people just have problems. That's why I have messaging turned off, because people act like that. That's exactly why I've had to turn messaging off, because of people like that. It's sad. Oh well. What can you do? I don't know, that guy's got some kind of chip on his shoulder and he's had it for a while, and I've let it slide for a while, but that's enough, right? Freeways over there. That's enough. You know, I've only blocked like 2 or 3 people from this channel ever. So there's like, that's probably like number 3 or number 4 in the, I don't know how many years I've been doing this. But no, I'm not going to sit there. I mean, people need to learn how to treat each other properly. A lot of people can't treat each other well, so goodbye. Yeah, the CSR, the Regera CSR edition is a nice car. It's definitely worth getting. I mean, the Regeras in general are good. I think the Ghost package is just a little bit better if you can get the Ghost package, but the regular CSR edition is really nice as well. What's up, Mohammeds? How you doing today, bud? Awesome to see ya. All right, here we go. Well known. What's up, buddy? How's your day going? Let's go. Do it to it. I wish it were easier to multitask. Trying to pay attention to the racetrack and the comments is always a pain. Muhammad, I'm doing pretty good, buddy. Thank you. Miguel, because he's always very disrespectful and he's got some sort of weird chip on his shoulder. I blocked him from the channel, Miguel. I don't know what his deal is, but every time he's ever been on the stream, he's been just rude and nasty, so finally, I'm just not going to deal with it anymore. If you can't be nice to people and treat people well, you have no place on my channel. Go watch somebody else's videos. That's how I see it. Yeah, I've seen him be rude several times, William D. He's only been to the channel 3 or 4 times, but every time he's been kind of, I don't even know. For some reason, he seems to dislike me or have something against me. I don't know what his problem is, but... I say goodbye, sir. Goodbye. Crazy Boy Racing, hello, hello. How are you doing today? Nice to see ya. All right, I think I might have changed lobbies here. Oh, we got Stacks still. We still got Stacks the house. With the Pepto-Bismol Porsche. Pepto-Bismol. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I'll be working on a shift pattern for that, for a billion. I think Max was saying it didn't seem that great, so... Bahaman says, Danny, you have a good-looking unicorn. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, the Huna truck is pretty sweet. I need to change the setup. I got something set up a little bit off on it, so it's not performing great today, but... It's running a little slower than it should be, so I think I messed up the tune earlier. I'll have to double check it later. But I love this truck. Once you set this truck up, it does really well. It's really nice, actually. William D says, Max dislikes the electric cars because of the launch. Well, that's the thing. A lot of the electric cars have a kickback, or... I was complaining on the video I just put out the other day about the cars that the needle keeps kicking back on the launch. That's nobody really likes driving those cars. I've noticed a lot of people complain, and I mean, I'm getting really tired of cars that do that. Like, if the car is not enjoyable to launch or drive, I really don't care if it's a good car. I'm not really interested in having or driving that car particularly, because if I don't enjoy driving a car, I mean, it could be the best car in the game, but if it sucks to drive, if it sucks to launch, then I'm not really interested in it personally. And I know a lot of people who are also like that, so it's not just me. I mean, some people don't mind the kickback, but the majority of the people seem to dislike that. Alright, what's the best car for Tier 5 L-Ties Challenge? There's really no such thing as a best car. Now, when it comes to Tier 5, I would say 95% of the cars in the game will beat Tempest 1, Tempest 2, and Tempest 3 no problem when it comes to Tier 5, as long as you have enough parts on them. So the best car is probably the one that you have enough parts for, right? I mean, if you got a GR Super upgraded enough, or any of the Tier 5 Elite Tuners cars, they're probably going to beat all the bosses. I mean, there's a couple, like, 3-star cars. Like, if you got, like, the 3-star Lamborghini Aventador, that one may or may not make it. But pretty much any 4 or 5 star tier 5 car will do it no problem. There may be a few exceptions, but I mean the final boss runs what is it, 12-0 or something like that? I'd have to look it up again. I can't remember the boss times offhand, but most cars can run faster than the boss, no problem. Bad Daddy-O, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Catch you later. Thank you for stopping by. Winpoo still waiting for more Bagheera parts. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get the B95, but I don't like driving it, so I don't care. I haven't even gone back to try to win it. After doing the shift pattern video for it, I'm like, you know what? I'm not interested in winning that car on my account, so I don't care. It's actually a really nice car, but I can't stand launching it. And it's not even the fact that there is a kickback, it's the fact that on some cars, it's really hard to get it to kick back. If you don't get your launch just right, the needle doesn't kick back, and then the car runs way slower than it should. So but honestly, if it wasn't for that, I mean, I would be all about it. I mean, if it was easy to get the kickback, I wouldn't care. But the problem is, it's like on some cars, it's like the littlest mistake, the needle does not kick back, and your car runs like crap, so. That drives me nuts. That drives me 100% nuts, so, but yeah. I feel like I yell into the microphone when I got my headphones in. I could be wrong, but do I sound different now? I'm trying to talk softer. A second ago, I had like both in there all the way, so I don't hear myself speak as well with the headphones in. So I'm not sure if I'm yelling into the microphone or not when I talk sometimes. SCILARD. Man, how do I say that? Oh, this guy wants to bet me 200,000. More than likely, he's got a down tune, so I'm going to not accept. George said, "Sounds good, Danny." I'm not gonna accept the big bet from somebody who's probably down tuned. I sounded excited. Dead says, "I hate down-tuned cars." Yeah, me too. They get on my nerves. I don't want to yell in everybody's ear, though. I don't want people to think I'm like shouting it into their eardrums, because that's not always pleasant. Alexander, have a great day, buddy. Have a good night. Hope you get some sleep and dream about Bugattis or something. I don't know. Catch you later. Have sweet dreams about Bugattis drifting around a awesome thing. I couldn't think of anything to say, so that backfired. All right. That was a really bad run. William D's singing. Is that Depeche Mode? Who is that, William D? I think that's Depeche Mode. Or is that Tears for Fears? I don't know. I'm confused here on this one. My brain is not responding to my thoughts. Shout, shout, these are the things we can do without. Oh yeah, something like that. That's actually a pretty good song, but I don't remember who sings it. Not a bad song whatsoever. Holy crap, Oli. That was a good race. I mean, I know who they are, Melon, but I couldn't really tell you what they sung or anything like that. I haven't heard the Pesh mode since I was in high school. That was a long time ago. Long time ago. See, I've got a really bad memory. Like, if I hear one of their songs, I'll know the song, but I can't always tell you who sang it or who it was. William D says, Tears for Fears. Okay. For some reason, I like that one song. We can dance if you want to. We can leave this world behind. If they don't dance and they don't dance, then they're no friends of mine. I don't know why I like that song, but I'm going to run to the bathroom, guys. I gots to pee. I'll be right back. Oh, we can dance. Oh, we can dance. Everybody's starting to chance or something. I don't even like dancing, but I like that song. Ah, a headphone fell out. Dang it. Now it's on the floor. I'll be back. I gotta pee. I'll be back. It's a disaster. Okay, I'm back. Ow, that hurts. Oof. Man. Alrighty. Let's get back out to the lobby. Okay. Joey to the chopper. Who's Joey? Get to the chopper now. Melon says the Gamera is in the top 3 car. Yeah, the Gamera is amazing. I love the Oh, Run Edge. Yeah, I totally forgot. Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. And I don't know whose turn it is. That car looks sweet. Now, I saw one of those Mustangs in real life. I'm like, wait a second. That cannot be the same car that we have in the video game. It looks amazing in the game, but in real life, that's probably one of my least favorite looking cars that I've ever seen. I do not like it one bit. Like, personally, I don't understand why they named that Mustang. They could have named it like the Pony or something, but that is not a Mustang in my book. Now, I'm going to tell you what, with the liveries and the body kit and stuff they have on it, it looks sweet, but I was so disappointed when I saw one of those drive down the street in real life. I'm like, wait a second, what is that? Like, that can't be the same car. Is that the car from Asphalt 9? Probably not. I mean, they might have that car in Asphalt 9, but I mean, I would assume that particular car, probably with that body kit and livery, probably does exist in real life. So both games could possibly have the same car. I'm not 100% sure. But I haven't played that in a long time. What about a kidney stone? Something about kidney stones? I don't know about kidney stones. Hopefully I never do. That sounds unpleasant. Ronnie says the LC500 looks beautiful in real life. I'm trying to think if I've ever actually seen an LC500. I mean, I've seen pictures of them, but I don't think I've ever seen one driving down the street before. Now, we used to have one car. The first time I saw the Lexus IS300, I think it is, I was like, man, I want that car. I think it was called, what, in Japan, it was like the Toyota Altezza. Here it was like the Lexus IS300 or something. Those cars were sweet. I don't think they make those anymore, but that was such a nice looking car. Man, I loved it. Loved it. Well known, I'm not 100% sure when CSR2 is going to be releasing, but it was supposed to be sometime early this year, so if everything's on schedule and going as planned, probably like, I don't know, March, April, May. But there's always a possibility that they could push it back or change it. Maybe the game's not ready yet. But I don't know for sure. Like, when games like that are in beta and they have a set release date for it, a lot of the times that release date does change, so I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how close that game is to actually being ready, if they're, you know, there's been a few, there's a few places where if you live there, like certain continents in Asia, they've got it out there for beta testing, but here in the United States, we can't download it yet, but depending on where you live, you might be able to find it on the Google Play Store and try it out. No, I don't have access to the beta. To me, it looks really different, and not in a good way, but I don't know. When it comes out, I'll try it. I don't expect to like it, though. I mean, as long as this game is still around, they're probably going to be... This game, as long as people are still spending money on this game and buying things, this game should keep running, so they're not really planning on shutting this down according to the information I got from them. Now, if the game stops making money, then yeah, they're probably going to shut it down. Or at least take the live servers offline. But if people keep playing this and buying things, then they'll probably keep this game around for quite a while. But due to the fact that CSR2 and CSR3 are going to be so different, I don't really think that, you know, a lot of people aren't going to want to switch over. Andy says, try a VPN on Canada. I don't think people in Canada have access to this. I think you have to be in... It's like an Asian country right now. I can't remember where it was, but as far as I know, there was like 1 or 2 countries that were able to get it. I don't remember where, unfortunately. Now, if Canada does have access, I'm not 100% sure, but it's a possibility. I haven't heard that, but maybe. Ren says the LC500 sounds great in real life. You know, I think Lexus makes a really nice vehicle. I would definitely buy a Lexus in real life if I could afford it. I mean, it's basically like a better version of Toyotas. Winpoo says no access in Canada. Darker Knight, good swaps, buddy. Good swaps. I wonder what I did to my car that's making it run crappy. I need to slightly readjust my car because it's running slower than the dyno. I was playing with it a little bit before we started the stream, so I think I screwed it up. I probably just need to move the transmission slider a couple of notches. But yeah, I messed with it, and I probably shouldn't have. But I did change it, and I probably didn't get it back to where it was in the first place. I think what's happening is it's hitting the top speed too quickly is I think what we have going on here. I need to be able to hit 11.4 and I'm running slower than 11.4, so. I might go back out to the lobby really quick and try and retune it really fast. I mean, I don't think there's very many people in here waiting for me at the moment anyways, so. It's been bothering me the entire stream. Hold on, I'll be back. It's been driving me nuts the entire stream that the car is not running right. What's up, gamer? How you doing today? I'm doing good, thank you. So I think what I need to do is move it a couple of notches on the final drive. All right, let me see if that did it. I have a feeling that will probably fix my issue. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's find out. No, it didn't. I'll have to play with it again later, but I'm not really sure what I did wrong here. I changed something at some point or messed something up, and the car's running like poo-poo. I don't even know. I would have to even look at what parts I've installed. I'll play with it later. Yeah. If you wanna get game cash, here's the thing, right? Go out to the map, do all your daily races, right? Make sure you're doing some live racing, some showdowns, do all the daily races, all the little stuff on the map, you know, do your crew cups, do your supply cups. Once you're done with that, and you're tired of live, oh, that's back up again. Cool. That's another rerun event. But once that's all done, yeah, regulation races are probably the easiest way to guarantee that you're going to win every race and make a lot of money. So if you do the Tier 5 Pro regulation race, it's really tedious and it's really boring and it's not a lot of fun, but that's probably the quickest way to make a lot of game cash. I mean, you can make about 1 million game cash per hour running the Tier 5 Pro regulation races. It sucks, but after you're done with your daily stuff, just spam that or whatever you want to call it. Ah, Fabio. Uh-oh. It looks like... Oh, there we go. We're going to race Fabio. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. And that was a close race. Wow. Oh yeah, I forgot. There is something wrong with the regulation race there. It takes for freaking ever for it to work, so. Yeah, I don't know if they're doing that intentionally or if that's just some sort of game glitch, but yeah, you push the button to go race and you sit there for what feels like forever. I totally forgot about that. But that sucks when that happens. But I guess that does deter people from farming the easy money with the regulation races, so it could be that they did it on purpose. Has anybody tried the Tier 4 regulations to see how much money you can earn from that? I'm not really sure how much, but... because I think it's only the Tier 5 that has that issue. If I remember correctly, at least. BX Gamer says, I want to join a new crew, but I'm not sure. I don't have enough currency. I mean, basically, you just got to figure out how much respect points does the crew require me to make, and can I make those respect points? I mean, I used to make 100,000 every season just live racing my Porsche Boxster, the Tier 2 one, so if you spend enough time live racing and doing showdowns and do all the daily races, you don't have to do the Prestige Cup to make points. I mean, it helps. But you don't necessarily have to. William D says, resource management is the biggest part of the game. It makes a huge difference, yes. Managing your resources properly is a big deal. Three, 2, 1, go. Toyo tires. You know, I'm not sure if I've ever had Toyo tires before. I know I've had some Yokohamas, but I don't know about Toyos. But yeah, I mean, back when I first started the game, I joined this little teeny crew, right? And it was very beneficial. So it's still the crew that I'm in today. I mean, when I joined it, we weren't winning the prize cars. We had only a couple of good players, but eventually it turned into something good. So you should definitely be in some sort of a crew, even if it's a small one. At least, you know, at least until you can make the points you need to join a better crew. But yeah, managing your resources is a very important thing. You always want to make sure you have at least enough game cash to upgrade the Prestige Cup car every season and enough keys to acquire it. I mean, one of the best things I ever did was I stopped spending my silver keys for a couple of months and saved them for 2 or 3 months. And then I think I got like 3,000 silver keys. And I'm going to tell you what, I never struggled to get the Prestige Cup car again after that. So every season I've been able to do it. So that was a huge help for me. Wait, KB says if you turn off your internet, it won't take long. Interesting. Gamer, do you ever think about maybe just watching advertisements to refill your gas tank instead of spending the gold? When I'm live streaming, I'll spend the 20 gold, but if I'm not live streaming, I'll sit there for, you know, I'll watch like 4 or 5 ads. I mean, it probably takes a couple of minutes. And then I'll do a few more races. Then the ad thing comes up. Then I might watch 2, 3, 4 ads, do a few races, and then I'm, you know. That's how I normally do it when I'm not live streaming, is I just watch the advertisements to refill my tank. Ooh, oh, wait, he slowed down. But it sucks spending gold to refill your tank because you'll run out of gold really quick. Robert's got more silver keys than bronze keys. That may not be a bad problem to have right there. Stack says, what lobby are you in now? I don't know. I think I'm still in the same lobby. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I got the car into the 11.6 lobby. Let's pay attention to what the people I race are running. That's the easiest way to tell, is to pay attention to what your opponents are running on average. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so he's going to beat me. I went ahead and slowed down. So that guy ran 11.4, so I'm either in the 11.4 or the 11.6 lobby. My problem is my car's not running at 11.4, or I would be winning every single race, so I gotta readjust it later. Somehow, I messed up my tune because it was winning everything, now it's not, so I must change some things at some point. I'll play with it later. Melon says try 5,000 RPM. I'll try it. I've tried a couple of different ways to launch it, and so far, nothing was hitting the 11.4s, but let's see what we can do. I guess it could be that. We'll find out. We'll find out. Let's give it a go, Melon. Up. Erase the Supra. I'm hungry. I am hungry. I'm very, very hungry. All right. I need some food. Somebody feed me. All right. Let's try this. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous. I think that's what he was saying I should do. Oh, that ran really bad. That ran 11.6. Yeah, I don't think that works for this particular car, unfortunately. At least not for whatever parts I have installed on it. That may work, but not for my current parts, I guess. That's the thing, though. Sometimes as you change parts around, it can completely change the way you need to shift or tune or launch a car. Well Unknown says, what car is that? My car, if you're talking about mine, is the F-150 Huna truck, one of the Ken Block cars. If you were talking the truck that or the car that I was just racing, I wasn't really paying much attention. I don't know. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's try that. Ew, that something's weird with this current. With the current setup, something is weird. Yeah, it may just need a specific type of launch. I don't know. Man, I'm hungry. What happened? All of a sudden, like, my belly's growling it. It's like garble, garble, garble. Came out of nowhere. We got about 12 more minutes left on the stream, and then I get to go eat something. All right, we'll try and launch. You know, that's one thing I haven't tried is to launch a little later. Let's try that. 3, 2, 1, go. Something like that. Let's see what that did. That was better. Is it snowing? It snowed a lot here. I don't think it's currently snowing right now. You got snow, bud? We got a bunch of it, but oh, that was not better. 11.4s. We had a bunch of it. Not yesterday, but I think the night before we got a whole bunch of snow. But right now I can't see out my window, but I don't think it's snowing. I hope we don't get more, to tell you the truth. I think we had enough snow. We had more than enough snow. Oh, you're in Tucson. Gotcha. You know, it's funny, when I went to Arizona, I don't remember what month it was, but I remember driving to Arizona. I got into Flagstaff and there was snow, and then you go down the mountain and then it's like 900 degrees, so yeah. Going from Phoenix to Flagstaff is a huge difference. Now, I remember when I left, it was burning up in Phoenix, right? When I drove back home, it must have been like 100. It felt like it was about 120 degrees in Phoenix. And when I got up to Flagstaff, I stopped to get gas, and I think it was only like 80 degrees or something. I'm like, hey, this is so much nicer. I don't think I've ever been to Tucson, though. I'm not really sure where Tucson's at compared to, like, Phoenix, but I've been to Phoenix. I've been to Scottsdale and that couple other places in the Phoenix area, but I'll tell you what, I didn't really like Phoenix. It was so freaking hot, man. Oof. It'd be like 107 degrees at 4 in the morning, and you're like, oh my god, this is awful. Personally, I'd like to live somewhere with cooler weather all year round. I don't like the heat. I don't want to live somewhere where it's like minus 20, but if I could find a place where it was seriously like 50 degrees, 60 degrees, 24 hours a day, I would love to be there. I need to find that place where that exists. Somewhere that doesn't get too cold or too hot. I like sweatshirt weather, right? Give me sweatshirt weather and I'm happy. Type of weather where you throw on a hooded sweatshirt and you're like, ah, this is nice. That's what I want. Yeah, we got a lot of snow in Ohio. Now, I think in Cleveland, I think if you live in Cleveland, up by the Great Lakes, I guess they get like crap. I think they get like way more snow there than the rest of the state. I'm not really sure why, but I think they said it's like lake effect snow. That's some sort of weird science that I don't understand, but I think the Cleveland area gets like hammered because of the lakes. I wish I understood science a little more. Ah, KB's in my lobby. Cool, cool. I'm not going to race you, though. The answer is no. Even though I'm already racing him. See, I lied. I said no, but I'm racing him anyway. Alright, he's got a blue Lamborghini. A blue Lambo. That ran like crap too. This car hates me today. This car doesn't like me. I'll play with it later. I can't remember. Did I put out a video on the new Velar? I think I did. I'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure I made a video for that. If not, I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to work on one for the Bugatti Tourbillon today, so. I did good. I thought so. That's actually a really nice car. I have such a terrible memory, I forget everything. Ah, man, you just want to race by 0.001 on a supply cup? That's a very small margin of winning right there, but. Yeah, generally for a supply cup, there's two things that make supply cups easy. If you can find a way to tune the car to make it beat the dyno time by a tenth of a second or a couple of tenths of a second, or if you have enough car parts to make the car really fast. So generally a highly upgraded car or a car that beats dyno will do great on supply cups. Sometimes all you got to do is move the transmission slider over and make it beat dyno by a little bit more, and it'll start winning even if you don't have a lot of parts on it. Other times that doesn't work. It depends on the car, but some cars you just have to tune it different and bam, it starts winning. So supply cups are weird. They're really weird. Super weird. SC. All right, so William D got a couple of inches of snow in SC. I'm actually surprised. You guys don't normally get snow, do you? I could be wrong. Maybe you do, but I don't think you normally do. Yeah, I mean, or if you have another car, like sometimes for the supply cups, you can just pick a different car from the same manufacturer. You don't always have to use the specific one that's for the Prestige Cup, right? For the supply cup, but... like, if you have another car from the same manufacturer that's maxed out, that's always a good choice. Or if you have one from that manufacturer that beats the dyno by a lot, that's also a very good choice. William D says, not all the time, but we do get it. Yeah, I didn't think you guys ever did, actually. I used to have some family that lived there. I don't know if they were in the North or the South Carolinas, but they lived in one of them. I think they lived in, what was it, Fayetteville, maybe? I remember going there once when I was younger. They either lived on a lake or on the beach. I can't remember, but there was their backyard. You went outside and there was a little beach with water, but I don't know if it was the ocean or just a lake. I was so little, I barely remember it. Probably, I think it was a lake, maybe. I'm trying to recall. Was it the ocean or was it a lake? Probably a lake. I don't think they lived right on the ocean, but that would be awesome to live on the ocean. Sort of. Maybe. Melon says more in this game isn't always better. That's very true. I mean, sometimes a lower upgraded car can be better than a higher upgraded car, depending on what it is you're doing. Naylor says, I love the ocean. You know, the last time I got in the ocean, I was caught in a riptide and the lifeguard had to come get me. I've never went in the ocean since. I think I was probably around somewhere between like 12 and 14. I was out on the boogie board. And I was just like trying to swim back to shore, and I was like, why does it seem like I'm not getting any closer to the shore? And I was just swimming and swimming, and I'm like, I wasn't like scared or freaked out or anything, but I'm like, you know, I feel like I'm not getting closer to the shore. And I'm like, it must just be an illusion. Next thing I know, the lifeguard comes out and grabs me, and he's like, yeah, you were caught in a riptide. I'm like, oh. He's like, next time that happens, I think he said you have to like swim sideways or something. But I think that was the last time I was at the ocean. But between riptides and weird sea creatures, the ocean's a scary place. Weird sea creatures, I will tell you. Really weird sea creatures. Yeah, I don't know if I would want to... I used to dream of living on the beach, but I'm not sure if I would want to live on the beach either. It would be nice, but yeah. One day the sharks will probably grow legs and come out of the ocean, and that would be a bad thing. You wouldn't want to live on the beach with the land sharks. Just wait till they're walking on two legs upright. Eating everything in sight, man, I'm gonna tell you. We got like 1 more minute left on the live stream, guys. We got like 1 more minute, so our stream is almost over for the day. Did I purchase the Bugatti? No, but I'm going... My plan is to purchase it, I think. I like the Bugatti. I might buy it, I might not. I mean, I've been thinking about it. Do I really need it? Or do I want to wait for something like more interesting to come out? The Bugatti's awesome. The W16 is super cool. And I would really like to have it, but I don't know. I'm debating on if I want to spend the $20. The thing is, how often, if I do spend the $20, how often am I going to drive the cars? That's kind of what I'm thinking about. Because I got so many good live racing cars right now. Do I really need to buy another one? I'm kind of thinking maybe wait till they come out with another really amazing muscle car or something. I don't know. I might buy it. Monziger, enjoyed the stream. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you guys coming on. I really do. All right. Winpoo says there are very few free Bugattis in the game. Yeah, I mean, you can get the... what is that? The EB110SS or whatever from Legends. What else? I know there was a while where they gave us the Jean or the Artura Bugatti, but they did give those out for free. They're not really great cars, though. But in general, it's not... There's not a lot of cars for free in this game in general, if you really think about it. All right, good swaps, good swaps. I think that's going to be it for the day, so. Ending soon. Nathan, hey, what's up, buddy? Unfortunately, you're coming in at the end. He says, what's up? I'm new to the stream. Nathan, I hope your day is awesome. I want to say thank you for coming out, even though I'm leaving. I am starving. I gotta get something to eat, and I gotta start working on some videos after I eat, so. Unfortunately, I can't stream all day long, but yeah, I'm going to get probably tomorrow, maybe even tonight, I'll release that video on the Tourbillon. That's the plan, at least. I know there's another car I need to get a shift pattern video on as well. I'm trying to remember what it was. I know there's 2 of them. I needed to do the Tourbillon, and there's something else, but I forget what it is. Anyways, I'll get working on those here in a little bit. But for now, I'm about to get myself a shower, get something to eat, and then go work on some of those videos. So thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate each and every one of you big time. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for coming to my live stream. You guys and gals are awesome, and we will catch you next time. We did have 1 donation today, so thank you for the extra support. I definitely appreciate that, Bad Daddy-O. That was very nice of you. And yeah, thanks to all the channel members and everything else. Lighting out, have a wonderful day, and we will catch you next time. See ya!